Hey guys, Kevin Hale here with Shooting from the Lip, episode 356, SFTL 356, on location at Louisville Music Studios on October 17, 2018. 3 segments. First up, Jake Badger and John Hager from the band Revival talked to them about Jake's 30th birthday, which has come and gone, but more importantly, their single release, music that they've got in the works for this upcoming EP. Lots of good stuff with Jake and John. Then Jake Badger steps in and pulls the guest hosting duties as he talks to David Payne. David is the owner of Louisville Music Studios, and David shares with us on what LMS is all about. And concluding this show, third segment, Chip Adams, Louisville musician, legendary musician, badass bassist, teacher at Louisville Music Studios, sits with me and we just talk whatever Chip wants to talk about because it's Chip Adams. Follow us, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can find us on social media. Like us. Do me a solid. Peace out.
Let's get busy.
Louisville Music Studios.
Yes.
Tonight with two of my BFFs, Mr. Jake Badger, who is, we're really down to a matter of really hours before you hit the big 3-0.
That's right.
I will do my best to have this up in before the 3-0, or it might be you're on the 3-0 as a part of a birthday present.
Yeah, hopefully it's before the 30th mark hits, which I'm down to.
What is it?
Oh, it's like 24, almost like 30 hours.
Okay.
30 hours left in my 20s.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I promise.
That'll be in the same boat as both of you guys, because
I'm a old mother. Yeah.
you're all some old bastards.
Feels good. I like it.
Also with us, Mr. John Hager. John, what's up with you, man?
Howdy. How's everyone out there?
This is an opportunity that I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to get you guys on.
Is this John's first time on the show?
This is
It's
my
technically
first
your
time.
first-
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I mean, I've
Popping
done-
John's virginity.
I know.
Popping his virginity. Popping his
His
cherry
seal.
here at the Louisville Music Studios.
Breaching
It's
that,
my first
breaching his seal.
time.
You know, I don't know. I'm guessing. I wanted you on when you were the John Hager band. I wanted you on when you were Wildwood. I wanted you on probably when you were another band. But finally, I got you on with the Revival thing.
Yes.
What is Revival, guys? Jake, this is your creation, correct?
Actually, it's both of ours.
Okay.
So we both left Wildwood. John left, around the first of the year?
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we're already-
I left back in March to go play with Jericho Woods.
Yeah.
And John and I, we've been jamming for how long? It started in a garage out in Shepherdsville at John's old place like 10 years ago. And we've just had a bunch of songs that we've worked on throughout
you
the
had a
years.
Head full of hair, right?
Oh, yeah, a head full of hair. This was before it started running away from me. And, yeah, it started out as just having some stuff that was kind of unfinished from Wildwood. And we just kind of pieced a band together. We was just going to do some studio stuff. And then I came back from Jericho Woods, and we decided to do this thing full time. So here we are.
Here we are. Here you guys are.
Yep.
John, I'm going to throw this at you. No softball questions tonight. I'm going to just be
Kevin
straight,
is the
straight
TMZ
shoot.
of the Louisville music scene. He's going to hit us hard.
We could speak freely, or
Come
you-
in hot.
yeah.
Come in hot. Let's just.
You know, when Revival got together, formed this band, became Revival, and the people who are in the band, and even probably more so now with your current lineup, people refer to this band as Wildwood 2.0.
Yeah.
Fair?
I could see
Fair
that's
foul,
fair.
but-
That's
Fair
fair.
assumption.
I could see. Well, before. So let's go back before Wildwood. There was no reference point to of any one of us.
Right.
So there was no. Well, it's just another great country band. I think we put on a pretty good showing in our 4 years. So to say that's I'll take it as a compliment. Hey, if
Absolutely.
you're putting us up there with in that era, I mean, Wildwood was a fantastic band, and to say that it's it's Wildwood 2.0 or the second coming or what have you, hey, thank you.
Yeah, I definitely.
Thank you very much.
I definitely don't take any offense at it either. It was a hell of a ride for the 4.5, almost 5 years that we played, and it definitely changed my life musically.
Well, it changed,
what I was
changed
doing.
all of ours. Absolutely.
Yeah, anybody that was involved in the band, whether as the original members that were there till the end, or some people that played a short time, they all have that stamp, that Wildwood stamp on them.
Right.
That I'm gonna live with the Wildwood stamp for the rest of my life, and I know Johnny Boy will too, and we're proud of that.
Should be loud and proud. Last Wildwood gig, wasn't that the St. Matthews? Was that the same?
Yeah, St. Matthew's Street Festival, and that was
Badass too.
a great time.
Great
That was a hell of a
time.
way to go out. Like I couldn't have pictured a better night. It was a blast.
It was sad. It was bittersweet, and then it was because I mean we blew it apart just like so many great nights before. It was magic, and I have nothing to say. I mean, when we played, when we were, I mean, it was magic. Many times with those guys.
Yeah, and it was like riding a bike. Like when because we didn't rehearse for that show, we hadn't played together, and what was that, June or something like that? So like 6 months,
6
8
months.
months.
Yeah.
And we just went up on stage, and it's like riding a bike. We all
it.
are very confident in what the guy next to us are going to do on stage. We all just know.
No. Yeah.
So it was a blast.
When Revival formed, was you all put it out there that this was Revival is this band and the personnel at that time? It's kind of gone through some changes. Tell us why and where you guys are now.
Well, like anything else, when you start making something, it's going to change shape before you get to the final mode that you're looking for.
Right.
There's been a few people come and go. People's schedules get crazy. Life happens. You have different events come up. Work schedules.
It's safe to say that with you guys, all of you all have daytime jobs, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this
and
lineup does,
families.
yeah. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
This is the first band that I've been in where everybody has like really good like full-time jobs. Everybody's got kids, so I mean it's tough, man. The band is a family in itself, and it's a lot of commitment and it's a lot of work, and some people it just wasn't meant to be for them to be in this project, and it wasn't anything that was hard feelings. It was always like a business decision or something mutual. So we love everybody that's been a part of this band and wish them the best, and even if they're not going to be on stage with us in the foreseeable future.
So in a sense, all right, next man up. I'm here, the latest to join the band.
It's a Louisville legend.
Louisville legend.
A Louisville legend himself.
Yeah.
The old Andrew Asher.
The double A.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't beat him. He's a double threat. I mean, he played well. Actually, he's a triple threat, quadruple
guy can
threat.
play
The guy can play
every-
anything.
Every instrument on stage.
Yeah, he's
He could just do the whole band, and we could all
he's
just stay
a
home.
super talented guy, and you can't. I mean, you cannot take anything from that guy. I mean, he's a phenom in a lot of different ways.
So right now, the lineup consists of
You have Johnny Boy on lead vocals with Jesse Dale. We have Andrew Asher. We have Brandon Sidebottom, and Corey Howe.
Yeah.
I had to think for a minute, like
Corey
we got
and
everybody.
yourself. Yeah.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass.
Very good. Original stuff. you all, I mean, this is going to be an original band, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to throw in some covers
Oh, of
there
course,
to
but-
do anything. And we try to make our covers diverse and stuff that we all loved, listening to and playing growing up. But our originals, it's hard to throw them in like one category or one genre. Like our single "Parade's" kind of more of a rocky southern rock edge. It's not as country as some of our other stuff that we've done with Wildwood, and but we've been doing a lot of writing, and there's just different songs coming. I mean, John writes a new song every time he goes to the bathroom, so we're trying to keep up with
It's
him.
impressive.
He's in there that long.
He's not shitting. He's writing music. That's
He just happens to be sitting and does his
Yeah.
thinking.
It's like a.
there's a guitar and a notepad.
Is there
in there.
probably is a guitar.
There probably is. It's like actually on a stand, like right in front of you, as you walk in.
What you got? You've got a single that you're going to be releasing soon, correct?
Yes, it's called Parade.
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 Ultimately is about the hook of the song is like raining on my parade. So it's about a guy and a female, and she is causing some strenuous times in his life, and
I think we've all had that one.
and ultimately it's they've been in the story they've been apart, and he's trying to find some happiness. And she comes in raging, like raging, and raining on his parade. And I guess we all can relate.
If you've been in a relationship, I feel like you can relate to this song. And I think we've all had that one girlfriend or boyfriend. How it works either way. And yeah, we were jamming here not long after we kind of threw his band together, and John was playing the riff to this song, and it was right before practice was over. And he's like, check this out, and I was like, what is that? And then we just started jamming it, and I think by then he had the first verse and chorus, and I think we ended up staying a little later that night, and we kind of finished it, and it's been like one of our favorites ever since we put this project together.
So the single is the first of what? What were you doing here?
So I think we're gonna do like a 5-song EP. That's the plan, and then do 2. So I don't want to do I don't want to do the whole record, and it might be a couple of 3-song EPs actually, because I want to give why would it?
We're just gonna put the tip in just to kind of get it started, and then in a couple months we're gonna release 3 or 4 more songs, so it's gonna go a little further. And then by the end of the year, you'll have the whole album.
I'm gonna be starting to breathe hard here, guys.
I think in this project, I want to release more music more frequently. So that's, I think, in past projects, maybe we didn't
we kind of
release music like we should have.
Can I ask why?
That's a really, really, really good question.
I think it's several different reasons.
There's reasons why. I mean, I can't.
Let me go. That Wildwood album, what came out? I want to say 2015, maybe
14, 15.
It's the leave. What is that? Leave the
light on.
Yeah,
it's been out for a while.
I listened to it. I still listen to it. There's some great songs on there.
Thanks, man.
They're great live. To hear them live, and my 17-year-old daughter, who just had a birthday, I've turned her on to it as well. She digs the music, man.
That's awesome.
I'm super proud of that. I mean, it was a great album, and I love everybody that played on it, and love everyone that's really been touched by it. But The next round of music was there. There was some fantastic music there as well. And it just, I don't know if timing or if, there were changes in the band and things happening. And maybe it was just meant to be that music didn't get released. But we don't want that to happen now.
Yeah, we don't want
and
that to happen
we do
again.
want to.
That was then, and this is now.
And this is now. And we want to make sure that these songs get released so people get to hear them, because there's great music, and I think more music needs to be, recorded and released from people, if they want to hear it.
It sounds like there is a commitment here.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Yeah.
We kind of made a pledge. Like, this is, we're getting older. We all got kids. I'm getting ready to break 30, so I'm going to be an old man. No, but we were like, this is going to be our potentially last real stab at, maybe full-time music or just doing it at this level.
Do you know how old Keith Richards is?
Well, he's at a little more success.
197 years old.
Yeah, give or take.
He's been doing it for a long. I will do it until I'm 105 if the paychecks are there,
Right, exactly.
and I don't have to work a day job in between. But
Is that a goal?
absolutely, I would if we were offered to go out on the road full time and pack up. I mean, definitely, it's not as easy as it was
Right.
5 years ago when we weren't married and had kids. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, if the opportunity is right,
That might be the first time we'd ever get to see your daughter frown. She never. I would never see. I mean, does that even happen?
I don't think she's able to.
When you want to see her frown, you actually have to turn her up.
yeah. She's actually frowning right now because she's been a little sick. So shout out to my babe. I hope she gets feeling better. But she is a daddy's girl. But yeah, man. If the opportunity presents itself, we're all definitely willing to make that leap. But like we talked about earlier, we all have day jobs and stuff. So I mean, it would have to be a damn good opportunity. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, we're gonna pay you guys
The perfect storm, man. It's a perfect storm.
$500, $500 a week to go out and be gone for 3 months, and it'd probably take a little more than that.
It's not gonna.
It'd have been great if I was 16.
That's a
Because
no.
There's probably someone out there that goes, let's sign him.
Tonight.
Yeah,
Tonight.
Yeah,
Somebody's like, $500 a week? Damn, sign me up. But if you have kids and a truck payment,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll talk numbers later. So the single parade, you got this gig coming up at Baxter. What's up with that?
So
October 26th, right?
October 26th
Saturday.
would be my first show of my 30s. So we'll be celebrating. But
the day after my
and
birthday.
day after John's birthday.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got some October birthdays. John has already signed a contract to not drink until we get done playing.
It is. It's
Under strict contract. We've been
not
to
signed
those
in
shows
blood.
before.
It was not signed in blood.
But yeah, so we're releasing the single the same day, and we got
Also, the single is going to be released that Saturday.
yeah, it'll be on iTunes and Spotify and wherever you buy music, Apple Music, whatever.
Apple, yeah.
It'll all be there. We're not doing physical copies yet. We're gonna wait till we get the full EP launched, and
Got a video with this?
it's in the works.
Really?
We started shooting. Was that last week?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working with Chad Self, who is a badass, and also is Johnny's brother-in-law,
Oh.
and super talented guy, and it's a real opportunity to be able to work with him, and
I'm
we're
curious
really
to see
excited about this
who
project.
you all picked as the female that, just irritates the hell out of the guy.
We were talking about that.
You narrowed it down to about 122, because you all are out there, ladies.
We were, yes, you are, and everybody's, one of them's sitting behind their screen going, "It's me. I know it's me."
They're talking about me.
But in order to keep the peace, we kind of didn't cast that role, so we went a little different direction.
Okay.
But yeah, Chad's got some great work out there, and we're excited to be working with him. And this whole project, man, we've got to work with some of the best people. Jordan Haynes is doing. He did all the recording again, which he did that Wildwood album.
Where do y'all do your recording?
He has a studio. It's called Early Grace. It's over on the other side of town.
On the wrong side of the river.
No, it's over.
It's in Louisville.
What hell?
3rd Street.
3rd Street.
Okay.
Yep, 3rd Street. And Jordan's always great to work with. He reads us like a book. He knows what we're looking for, and whether it's him or even Chad too, like getting to work with him in the short amount of time, like they're one of those guys where you have a vision, or you dream something up that you're hearing, and they make it happen. They make it come to life, and it's a real. We're really fortunate to be able to work with people that way.
Very good. So, I mean, you it sounds like you guys. We've got the lineup together. We've got the commitment as far as you got your single coming up, and what is today? Today's what?
Today is Thursday, so it's a week away.
A little over a week away. So yeah.
Or no, today is Wednesday.
No, today's Wednesday. Yeah.
I'm all screwed up.
Yeah. But 10 days. We're roughly 10
days.
So wow.
We want to give a shout out to the Louisville Music Studios, where we are at this beautiful place.
It is. It's a very cool. Place.
We kind of stumbled upon this place when we were looking for a place to rehearse. Somebody suggested it to us, and we had been to the other establishments around town, and a lot of times you go to those practice rooms and the drum kits are destroyed and the PA is nothing but feedback. It's just a bunch of junk gear, and you're paying money to rehearse there. So that's really what I expected.
You're giving those shout outs.
Yeah, I'll give those shout outs, and I'd give them a plug, but I still go there sometimes. But that honestly, and I've told Dave this too, I was like, that's what I expected when I came in here. And especially being a drummer, we're always the last one to have nice gear. Like, everybody just beats the shit out of the drums. I mean, we come in here and there was a DW kit, and I was like, oh shit, this guy ain't messing around.
And it's clean. I mean, it looks good. So.
Oh yeah, great staff here. Dave, Aaron, and Justin are awesome to work with. We've done all of our rehearsals here. They have great gear. It's a great, clean, and safe place, and they don't break the wallet either. It's well worth the money.
Very cool. All right, guys. Parting words. Anything you want to give a shout out to the Revival fan base out there? Make Revival great again.
Yes. Yes. We've ordered hats. They're coming.
The Rega hats.
No, I want to let everyone know that there's music coming, new music, to be excited about the live show. It's going to be great. It's going to be big. It's going to be great.
Hopefully it'll be big.
Hopefully it'll be big.
Well, in fairness, I know who's all in the band. I've seen you guys play. I know how talented you are.
That's fair.
So the truth is, from me to you guys, the bar is up here, but I think you guys own that.
I think there's a standard if people are expecting big things, good things. So I don't want to disappoint. I think the single, we just got the master back. I'm very, very happy with it. Really excited. It's kind of a new sound, but I love it, and I'm really excited. I think people are gonna take to it, and hopefully just continue taking the train right on.
Yes, we knew coming into this project that the bar was set very high, because we not only had to compete to what we were doing with Wildwood, but we had to go that next level. And so that's what we're hoping to do. And I'm definitely proud of the work that we've put in so far, and I think that we're getting there. And whether it's a Wildwood 0.5 or whatever you want to call it, it's the new stuff that we've been writing, and we've all put our heart and soul into this project, and we're excited for people to hear it.
All right. Jake, John. The band is Revival. Their gig at Baxter's October 26th. What's it? Don't you have an opening act too, right?
Yeah, Emerald City.
Yeah, that's Alex and Alex. Is that it?
Yes, and I feel terrible.
Is that?
I feel terrible.
I want to say
forget his name
Bradley
right now.
Bradley Groot.
Super cool dude. Great guitar player.
So Emerald City.
Sorry, bro. I'm just having a brain fire right now. I'm getting old. I'm going to turn 30. And
Single on the same
single will be out. Check for it. Look for it on iTunes. Be sure to follow our Instagram and all of our social media stuff. Facebook at Revival 502. So
you have a webpage?
don't have a website. It's coming.
Okay. Perfect.
And we're going to be celebrating Jake and my birthday as well.
Oh yeah.
So there is the added.
It's the Badger and Hager birthday bash / single release / shit show.
There is added celebratory drinks
after we get done playing. We will party.
After.
You know what? The thing about Baxter is it's not, you don't end too late, right? You mean,
Right.
what's
Starts at 8. Emerald City will play for about 45 minutes, and then we'll go up, take a stage, and we'll play till about 11 o'clock. So there'll be plenty of time to shake some booty with the DJ, and they're having a beer walk that night too. So I mean, it's gonna be wild.
Yes. All right. Birthday boys celebrating at the Baxter's gig October 26th. Their single out the same day. These guys are Revival. Best of luck, guys. Good luck.
Thanks, man. As always, thank you for your support and having us on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I got you, guys.
That's right.
Let's get busy.
What's up, guys? Shooting from the lip here. Jake Badger taking over. I fired Kevin Hale. I bought all the marketing rights to Shooting from the Lip, and I'm getting all of his money now. So we're here at the Louisville Music Studios, which is the best place to rehearse. And they got some more stuff coming up, too. We'll talk about that in a minute. But best place to rehearse, jam out with the boys. If you want to come in here and just play drums or play guitar by yourself, and you can do it all here. I got owner and operator, handyman, whatever you need here. He's the man, Mr. David Payne.
What's up, Jake?
What's up, brother?
Thanks, brother, for having me. Hey, first of all, these guys are amazing. They come in the studio probably, once, twice a week, I think now, right, Jake?
Absolutely.
All the time. So we love having them, love running sound for them. So it's always a pleasure to do any kind of podcast with you.
Hey, we're glad to be here, man.
Well, man, what do you brought me on this interview, so you tell me, what do you want to know about the place?
So Louisville Music Studios, it's fairly new, but you guys have been around for what, three years now?
It's 3 years. Yeah, well, about 3.5 years. So it was obviously a dream of mine to have a good rehearsal studio in town, and I've rehearsed everywhere in town. I've played with everywhere here, and there's just it was just nothing good.
Right.
So I opened up 3 years ago, and had my own money, very limited budget, but I knew I could. I figured I could bring bands in here. We just didn't have a place like I'd been used to practicing. So a little bit of background about me. Obviously, I've played drums my whole life. My father was a professional touring musician. So, it's always been my dream to be a professional drummer like you and keep playing. Opening this place, I was doing that. I was playing locally here. A lot of folks know me. I was in a band here called Trust Divided, and we did a lot of big things locally and toured and did some big tours with Buck Cherry and a few others.
Great band, by the way. If you haven't heard them, check them out. You guys still have stuff floating around YouTube and all that stuff.
We still have a ton of stuff floating around. We still have a whole EP that's not even mixed and ready to go by a great producer that we worked with. So that's a backstory that kind of led to where I am today. But you mentioned, obviously you're mentioning the studio and some of the things you mentioned. Obviously I am owner operator. It was an idea and a dream of mine to build something like this. But without a great crew, I couldn't make it work. So I have a great crew here. A lot of people are probably used to working with me or Aaron Chamberlain, or lately Justin. Everybody knows Justin to run sound around here, but I could not make the place run or work without those guys. So Aaron Chamberlain is pretty much everything you see that runs around here, the lights, the sound, just regular day-to-day maintenance. I couldn't do it without him. Justin is, coming in and helping us manage the studio. I think, as you know, we've talked about, we're going to start doing some guitar repair, and we have a great crew for that too.
We had Chip on earlier talking about that.
Yeah, so you guys know we're going to be using, obviously, Chip. Everybody's, at least in the local scene knows Chip. He's been around a long time, and love having him here. That's another thing. I couldn't make the school work if he wasn't here, and that's what we're trying to do also, is build a school here. So.
Right. It's a one-stop shop for bands, man. I know when we first started coming here, I'll be honest. Okay. When I heard, hey, let's go to this place that they have rehearsal studios, especially as a drummer, I'm like, great. I'm going to go in here. There's going to be some kind of junk kit.
Broken crap.
The PAs are going to be squeaking. Shit's going to be falling apart. Because, any musician around here will tell you that's how most of the places are. Right. I'm not going to call any of the venues out, but we all know who they are.
Sure.
So when I walk in the door here, the bay door is open, and there's a DW kit right here, and I was like, now is this room off limits or what's going on? And then there was a pearl kit and a crush kit, and I was like, oh my god, they actually have legit gear, and it makes it so much easier for artists to come in here and be able to plug and play with a professional setup.
Absolutely.
And a great crew. So on behalf of all the musicians in Louisville that's been using this place, thank you very much.
Well, you're absolutely welcome. I mean, here's the thing. I can't play on shitty gear, and I can't play on shitty gear. And I thought that from day one. So I grew up being in rehearsal studios, recording studios. My father did this, so in and out of Nashville, Vegas, and just anywhere you can think of, LA. So I've been in real rehearsal studios. And I practiced in real rehearsal studios. And just like down in Nashville, I knew we did not have a place here where the sound was always great. Mm-hmm. The equipment was always top notch. And, I don't use brand new equipment. Not all my equipment's brand new here. I have a thing that, there's so many musicians that they love vintage gear. They love their Marshall half stacks. I was in a rock band, so most of my shit mimics being in a rock band. You know what I mean? Have big equipment, tube heads. But, I've also gotten to tour with some of the greatest acts and be around some of the greatest musicians of all time. And, this was a lot of equipment that they use and they still use and they still swear by. So we keep the equipment up here. That's, that's a big thing, is just being able to keep it up. And it's tough. We don't make a lot of money here, so keeping it up is tough. But we're expanding and we keep it going. That's why it's owner operator, because we can't even afford to pay people to work here. We got to take loans out to make people work here. I mean, we can't afford to have really a big staff, so we have to make it go on our own.
Right. And we encourage people to come out here and keep these guys alive. Like, use their rehearsal spots. Come out here and jam. They got a room for, if you want to. This is the stage room that we're in now, so it's perfect for if you're getting ready for a big show and need to get that little bit of stage time, that stage feel. They got other studios where it's a more personal, like everybody's staring at each other and working out songs or whatever. And they even got like smaller rooms.
So we've got let's see. So we've got 3 of the big hourly rooms. Like, this is the stage room we're in. So if anybody's been here, they know they've practiced in the stage room. Studio 1 is another live room. It's all going to be full PA setup, full drums, full gear. Bring your instrument, bring your cable, and yourself. And that's pretty much it. Now we're moving to new things. The studio is never, I should say, and I like to tell everybody, the studio here has actually never made one profit, $1 in 3 years. So it is a passion of mine, obviously. Mm-hmm. The passion wasn't just to have a great rehearsal studio with, all the stuff in it where you just come plug and play and sound good. I'm trying to build a community here.
Right.
every place I've been to has never had just this great tight-knit local community. What we have is a community of musicians, great musicians, some that you don't even know. I've got some of the best drummers, guitar players that have just been in their garage.
Right.
They don't go to the other places because they're nervous about it, you know, or they don't want to go into it. They're overwhelmed. And so we've worked really hard to make a music community here, and that's what I'm trying to build. Now, on saying that, we want to keep going, and we want to keep making this community, and we want no music cliques. We want everybody. I mean, I've got the greatest R&B bands to the greatest, rock bands, rap artists, you name it. We have everybody here, and that's what we wanted.
Right.
So that's what I want to keep encouraging. Please come here. We've had a lot of musicians find a lot of opportunity here. We're going to be sponsoring 107.3 The Point down in E-Town. We have a lot of musicians that travel from E-Town to practice here because they don't have anything like this, and I hope to expand there one day. But they travel up here, and so we're going to sponsor that local show on 107.3 The Point. And we're going to start taking our local originals, our music, to their station, and they're welcoming that, interviews. We hope now to actually start making some money.
You got to do that eventually.
We do. I've opened up a whole nother business just to try to support this one. I work constantly, but it means a lot to me. The musicians mean a lot. So I just ask that, the folks come in here. They do. We're starting guitar repair. I think you guys talked to Chip Adams. We talked about that a little bit. Chip Adams is amazing. He's going to do a lot of things for you as far as teaching kids how to play their instrument. I mean, that's probably one of the best teachers and instructors in the city.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Chip's amazing.
In my personal opinion, he really is, and I've gotten to work with him. We're going to start selling guitar strings and sticks and doing things like that so we can support it and keep it building, because I want to grow on it. So anyway, I mean, that's just a little bit of background. There's so much to this. I always encourage every musician that comes in here, come see me, shake my hand. I'd love to tell you the backstory and tell you what it's all about. So.
Yeah, man, this place is awesome, and like I said earlier, the crew is phenomenal. 24/7.
24/7.
You can come in here and play drums anytime you want.
Yeah, you got to call. We won't be open. We need to know you're coming, but yes, 24/7.
You can call the number, and they will answer any time of night. Justin is
He's on
spot on.
He's on it.
So they will get you squared away, even if you just want to come in here and beat the hell out of some drums for 30 minutes or 2 hours, 2 hour minimum.
We got 2 hour minimum. Single musician, though, we encourage a guitar player that's just stuck in your basement or your garage or just in an apartment. Come in here and plug into one of the half stacks. I don't really care. Turn it up as loud as you want to go. Don't blow our speakers. We'll help you out with that. But really, these things crank, and you can come in here and test a guitar and play. And single musicians, $10 an hour. So if we've got the room and we're open, it's $10 an hour for a single musician to come in here and play.
It's well worth the money.
Record your videos here. Do whatever you want here.
It definitely beats playing in a cold garage or a hot garage, depending on what time of year it is.
Absolutely.
Dave, what else do you guys have in the plan for the future of this place?
Well, there's you've probably been in, so there's some expansion happening now. Obviously, I want to get into doing some consignment gear here. That's a big deal to me. I've had a lot of musicians bring me, ask me about some great gear, putting it in here, and I have so many musicians now that are coming in and out. This month we've updated. We used to have great security. Now we have badass security. We've never had a problem here, but a lot of musicians were just wondering about leaving gear and stuff here. I can tell you this is probably the most secure building, probably in Okolona, but definitely the most secure music studio in the city. And we have people in and out all night, so that's great. So, and people that rent here. So we're hoping to open either a recording studio on a whole nother side that's not finished one day, or I'm at least looking at opening up maybe another live room like the stage room you see, but a little bit on a bigger scale. Okay. Maybe even a bigger, more badass sound system in that one too. Something you might be able to bring a few people and do private VIP shows. A lot of you folks know we have Terry Harper in and out of here all the time.
Right.
He rents a room here, and so we have some plans with him in the future. It's been budget, and like I said, we've never really made any money off of it, so we're hoping to expand this year, make some money, and take it a little bit further.
Awesome. Yeah, where can we find you on social media?
So I'm terrible with websites, so our website sucks, everybody. If you go on LouisvilleMusicStudios.com, it sucks. Hopefully one day I'll get that fixed. But Facebook right now is the best. We're not the best social media guys, but Facebook is our best outreach. We're always on there, posting on there. Anything we boost, anything we've got open or coming up, we put on there. So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's the best spot. And, of course, Google. We're always on Google.
All right. Well, Dave, thanks for chatting with us.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
And if you're a musician out there and you want a place to practice, get the band ready, you're putting a band together, if you just want to come down here and jam and maybe somebody hears you, like you said, crank up the half stack, and he's like, hey, that's a guitar player I need right there.
And I hate interviews, by the way. That's why I'm a drummer. So this sucks.
Yeah, two drummers doing interviews.
Yeah, I hate it.
We never get to talk, so we're never going to shut up. So
on the front of the stage. Yeah, I'm usually hidden. I like to stay hidden in the background.
I know it's weird, like not having a symbol like blocking the lights or something.
I know.
So
Usually everybody doesn't see me.
yeah, it's so hot up here and bright. I think I'm going to go back behind the kit where I'm comfortable. So,
awesome.
But appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I think I'm going to give Kevin his job back because he does it way better than me. But thanks to Louisville Music Studios, Chip Adams, Dave, Kevin Hale, We're Revival. Come check us out next Friday, the 26th.
Let's get busy.
I'm out of here.
Now we're here at Louisville Music Studios.
We are.
Right off Preston Highway in the, what part of town is this? It's like Oklahoma, right?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Acapulco.
It's Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Chip Adams is here. Chip, you're a teacher here? You teach?
Yes, I do. I wear a lot of hats here.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for about 3 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And David Payne, our fearless leader, called me up and said, hey, man, I don't know what I'm doing, and I need your help. And I told him, well, you know, let me give you some advice. You don't want to call me because I don't know what I'm doing either. But from all the years at Louisville School of Rock and teaching experience between bands and stuff like that, kind of came in and helped, brought a bunch of equipment and fixtures over, and we've built it into a fantastical 24-hour, 7-day-a-week rehearsal studio primarily.
Wait, really? 24 hours? Really?
Yep. Okay. And I can answer, go into details on that if you like. But that's kind of what it is. There's some icing and some other things. We're expanding, and we're going to add hopefully a really nice recording studio that's going to be designated to projects. We're going to do artist development, more of a coaching thing. I'm not going to do the school the same way as I did it before. It's going to be a different animal. But we want, we're going to start doing repairs here on instruments where we really are to the point now where we're established and we can expand a little bit. And
is this a one-stop shop kind of thing?
We would like for it to be not so much a one-stop shop, but where any musician at any level, beginner to advanced, we got room for tour buses and trailers in the parking lot. We've even got a shower.
It's a big park.
I've never used the shower.
Really?
But
you
if a bus wanted to roll through here and they want to brush up on some pre-production or something, it's pretty cool. So not everything, but we're going to wear lots of different hats to where we can help musicians do their thing at all levels, from beginner, intermediate to advanced professional.
Wow. So great stuff. How many actual studios do you have in here?
Well, they have two different types of studios. Okay. This room is called the stage room, and it's one of 3 plug-and-play rooms that we rent hourly. You come in here, and you have to do a 2-hour minimum, and it's all you got to do is bring your guitars, your drumsticks, and your groupies, and you come in here.
Oh,
and
where's the groupies, guys?
Yeah, good question.
Anyways,
we got some band guys in here.
Well, there is the groupies. There they are.
Oh yes,
there's our. Hey. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so anyway, why does it always go backwards?
Well, you said it. You said groupies.
It's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. And we have 3 of those rooms currently. So come in, you rent them for 4 hours, whenever, all day. Most of those rooms are active, between like 4 and 11 p.m. And then we also have monthly rooms, which are currently all rented, but you get a room that you bring all your own gear, your equipment, your own groupies, whatever you want to bring, and you get a key and a code, and you can come in here at 4 o'clock in the morning and rock out by yourself or with your band or whatever. So that makes it a 24-hour facility in that respect. Yeah.
What separates? Because there's some other studios out in the Louisville area. What separates you guys from the rest?
I'm here. No, I'm just kidding. It's different. I don't know. I know that there's other cool places to rehearse, and in my old place, I had rehearsal facilities there too. Right. But this is unique in that it is 24 hours, and it's very similar to Mates in North Hollywood, which I used when I was out there making a record, or SIR in Nashville. That place is just hopping all the time, and it's designed for, primarily for rehearsal. Right. With the other services that we're going to start offering as offering as those things come to be. And again, I know there's some other places too, but this is just a little bit different. It's 24 hours. It's big. There's plenty of space here. Yeah.
So as far as teaching goes, for you, you're teaching guitar.
Primarily bass and voice are my main things, but I do teach beginner guitar. We've got another teacher, and I'm currently looking to hire 2 more. Okay. As we expand, I've been here 2 days a week pretty much for 3 years but as we start get our program together for artist development and other things, like I said, I'm going to do it differently than I did Louisville School of Rock. We'll be able to offer those services in addition to. But yeah, I have been teaching here. I have a small teaching room up in the corner, and it's nice. It's a cool place. And what's nice is that you come in to take lessons or whatever, and you walk through the hall, and you just hear all this music. All these different bands, different genres, and it's just like it kind of gets you going in a different way. Kind of like the older music stores used to do, except it's really going on, and it's loud. You can play as loud as you want to.
Loud and proud here, Louisville Music Studios with an S. You got a gig tonight, right?
I do. I have a gig tonight at the old. I probably can't. I'm not allowed to say.
You can say venue.
I can say anything I want.
Actually, it's you got a lot. You got a mic. So
that's a nice sweatshirt. I like that. Baxter's 942. The FCK band, celebrating 10 years as Louisville's favorite karaoke band. We've had a lot of fun with this, and we're looking forward to another 10 years of being your backup band.
Yeah, I think John Hager and I are going to go.
Are you really?
Hang out with you guys.
Well, if you go, you're going to have to do 2 things. You have to buy me a Yucky Monster, and you have to sing. I don't drink when I work, by the way.
Really?
No. Okay. But yeah.
All right. Any questions from the audience, the media out there? Any questions? Question. Yucky. What's
Yucky Monster? That came to be. That's actually Jägermeister, and I was out in Los Angeles, and then we had an Asian bartender after we'd leave the studio every night, and she couldn't quite say Jägermeister, and of course the band, we drank like 2 gallons of it a day back then, and it's the rock and roll nectar, and she go, oh, Yucky Mana. And so that kind of just became, through time, Yucky Monster. So, it's a nice way to kickstart your gig and play with your friends and your toys and stuff.
I remember we had a waitress at a place that we went to at an establishment, an Asian establishment, and they were really giving as it was, because I asked for it was really funny. She was like, "What do you guys want?"
The media out there talking.
I want can I get a bourbon and a Xanax? And she was like, bourbon and a Xanax. He was like, can I get the shrimp fried rice? And she was like,
roofie to go.
And I was like, yeah.
You are fake news. But go ahead.
I got a question.
He does. Go.
What's the name of your band?
Which one? I'm in a bunch of different bands. We talked earlier about the revolving door of bands. Yeah. This one has been going on for 10 years, and it's got some revolving doors. But you know what? We're So it's called FCK.
Right.
Smarty Pants.
I love it.
Yeah.
I saw you out there by your truck earlier. I just want to let you know that. Hope that new job's working out really well for you, man. Anyway, here we go again, man. See what you do? It's a karaoke band, and it's full contact. It's full concert, and 2 of the guys have been in the band for 10 years, including yours truly, and then there's another guy who's been with us for about 6 that replaced Kevin McCreary. So it's fun, and I think there's a lot. I believe there's, including us, and I hear there's a new one popping up. There's another 2 So I think we're going to have 5 karaoke bands. There's nothing I'd like to see more than to have like 25 karaoke bands in this town.
You would?
Because
Really?
it's fun. I would, you know?
I guess they are fun, but
It's cool, you know?
yeah. Okay. I'm curious. How many songs are in your all's catalog? How many songs are you all capable of playing?
Way too many. Like we were talking earlier, a lot of times we'll just, do you guys have any idea about this song? We'll just, we'll give it a shot. And that's the fun part.
Right, okay.
It's no rules or expectations, about this. Hey, let's try this. And so, probably 200, 250, 300 maybe, something like that. I can't remember what day it is, but, once I hear the song, I can jump in.
So, John, if you want to sing some, do you really want to hurt me tonight? I think, can they pull it off?
No, that's like my third favorite song.
Is it third favorite?
And you can tip to Skip in the band as well as tip to, if we don't know the song at all. You can give us extra money and we'll really butcher that song for you. It's really cool. But anyway, back to I do have to go, but back to Louisville Music Studios. It is a really cool place. Most everybody in town knows about it. It's everybody's welcome here. Beginners, intermediate, advanced, pros, touring, all levels. Everybody's welcome, and we want everybody to feel at home here. You come in here and do your thing. I wish that I had places like this when I was a little girl, because I had to practice in the garage dumpster thing or something. Yeah.
Was it 4220? Is that
4220 Trio Avenue?
T-R-I-O.
And it's right behind the fire station on Preston.
Yes.
Near Southern High School, and it's just a mile north of Snyder. So there's a lot of cool ways to get here. Jefferson Mall isn't too far up the road here either. So yeah, it's easy in and out. And like I said, huge parking lot. You got room for your pickup truck out there and everything. Tour bus, whatever you want to bring, you should bring it to us.
Chip Adams? We'll get you on.
I got to do this again later.
You got it. Well, no, you'll do it when I do go home to do it. Baxter's is my home base, so get you back out because there's some other stuff we need to.
Yeah. I've got there's some other things that I would love to talk about, and once again, even though I never listen to your show, I really appreciate what you do because it makes a difference. I really do, and people, it's a wonderful thing, and it's nice that you have me.
Well, it's because you're too busy, right? That's
not busy enough. Can I borrow $10?
We'll talk later. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take the $10 instead of the drink.
All right. Chip Adams, guys.
Thanks. Louisville Music Studios. Come see us. Come say hi. Free hugs.
Peace out.